What's going on, guys? This is Nando back again with another video, and today I want to make a quick video telling you about why I finally had enough with the iPhones, finally had enough with Apple right now in the phone game, and why I decided to switch from what I really still like, my iPhone 6s, to an LG G5. Now, you may think that this is the first time I'm switching over to Android or something like that, but it's not. I'm just going to get rid of the iPhone for the time being and go strictly Android. I'm going to tell you why in just a few moments. So follow me over here and I'll let you know why. Alright guys, so I'm switching from the iPhone 6s 16 gigabyte model. This is the gold model to a 32 gigabyte LG G5. Let's move that over to the side for a second and let's focus in on why I finally had enough of the iPhone. And I'm pretty sure there's other people out there who probably considering the same or have thought the same, but they're either too deep in on the Apple ecosystem, too deep in with Apple accessories, or something along those lines. And I'll tell you what, I do have my fair share of Apple products and accessories, okay? I use an iPad Pro as my daily driver in terms of almost everything else. My laptop, tablet of choice, editing machine, everything I do that on my iPad Pro. I've had Apple Watches, I have a Mac Mini, Apple TV, I've had MacBook Pros. I've done all that, but lately I've been using an iPhone and an iPad Pro. So I'm in it, but I'm not too far in that I can't get myself out. But the other day, I was thinking to myself, you know what, I like to make YouTube videos, I like to take pictures. I went to Japan, I'm going to go travel to Portugal here shortly, and I'm so over the fact that I cannot expand the memory on my phone. Now in the past, that was a big deal, but it wasn't a huge deal. I don't know if it was because I was younger, if it was because I just, you know, it was one of those things, I'm like 16 gigabytes is enough, I'm not going to spend the extra $100 and get a 64 gigabyte or 128, 16's fine, I just will limit my apps. But as I've gotten older, as I've started to appreciate other phones, as I've gone through almost every single Android phone that there's out there, I realized, you know what, it's super freaking annoying, a huge inconvenience that you can't slap in a little slot right here for a memory card. Why? A freaking memory card. Now I love Apple. I have always defended Apple. Now I'm not an Apple fanboy because I have almost had every phone, and I'm not kidding you, almost every phone that's come out for Android in the past 2-3 years. Now, other little things that's really been aggravating me is the talk that the iPhone 7 are going to be doing things that I don't know how they're going to help the consumer. So the talk, and I've made a previous video about that, the talk of removing the headphone jack only to maybe make the phone thinner. I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm watching these reviews and I'm reading these leaked, you know, footage and what people think about it. Like, I can't possibly see how removing the headphone jack is going to make the next iPhone 7, let's focus on the 7 and not the potential 7S after that, or even 8, but just iPhone 7, how it's going to make it much better to use, much cooler to use, much more exciting to talk about. It doesn't make any sense. If you're going to remove something so universal, so widely used as the headphone jack, you better damn well make sure that whatever you're putting in your phone is going to be beneficial, is going to be exciting, is going to be useful. To potentially add a second speaker grill, maybe finally waterproof their phone, that's still a maybe. That's annoying to me. So Apple's really been doing things that make no sense in the past 2-3 years, and then they scratch their heads and they wonder why shareholders and people like that are wondering why stock is going down. Consumers are finally at a point now that they're starting to realize that there's other phones in the market, and this is considered a high-end phone. But I'm talking other phones on the market, even low-budget Android phones, that do the basic functions as this does. Maybe it doesn't look exactly as good, whatever, but you're also spending $400, $500 less. But this LG G5 still does more than that iPhone does. Now, if you're in the ecosystem, if you're using other products that you want to use with your iPhone, I get that. I've gone through that. The handoff features and the continuity features and, you know, get a text message here, receive it on everything. Those are all cool and great. But when we're just looking at what my phone does for me versus what someone else's phone does for them is annoying. Now, before the LG G5, I had the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. And I used that, and I took that with my iPhone to Japan, and I use that almost all the time and primarily for everything. This is a 16 megapixel camera, dual wide angle lens. Now we're finally hearing rumors that Apple might bring in a better camera, a dual sensor camera. So again, Apple's playing catch up. Apple is doing things that others have already been doing. But looking ahead into the iPhone 7, I'm gonna wait for the reviews, or probably the unveiling, I should say, and see exactly what it is that they bring to the table. But when you start to see tons of consistent news, ton of consistent information and leaked news and footage of what the iPhone 7 looks like it's going to be, that's not exciting. They're going to purposefully dumb down the 7 to get people to be more inclined or excited about the 8 because of the 10th year anniversary. And I don't understand why they're going this route right now, and why suddenly it seems like they forgot or don't care about innovation. And Apple's always been one to take what others bring to the table, see how they do it, and then usually do it better. Usually. They've got to do something that's going to excite people now versus wait for others to bring it to the table and then try to improve it. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to sustain what they hope to accomplish, the amount of money they hope to bring in to satisfy shareholders and just your average consumer. Right now, your average consumer is starting to realize that there's other phone makers out there that do much more for them than the iPhone does. Of actual hardware, I feel like Apple's limiting what the hardware potential could be because of what their software in iOS does and will do. And that's extremely aggravating. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. I wanted to see what you guys have to say about that, what you guys think about what direction Apple is going, what Apple has been doing, what you think the Android market's doing. You know, what can we expect going forward in the near future? I'm really starting to get upset and worried that the next iPhone isn't going to be something to get excited about. I hope to be wrong. I hope that for every company. Please let me know what you think about what Apple's doing right now. What kind of Android phone you're using right now? Why? Look, she's opinionated on, I don't know. I can't decide if she likes Apple or Android herself. But nonetheless, let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Please comment below. Please give it a thumbs up, thumbs down if whatever reason floats your boat. And guys, please subscribe and follow along with my next videos coming up. But that's it. That's a quick little opinion, a quick little rant, a quick little vent on what I think about Apple right now and why I'm deciding to get rid of my iPhone. And I don't know if I'm going back in the near future. I'm Nando. I'll see you guys in the next video.